Hello, everybody. I am Angry Bird. Welcome to a new Wargame Red Dragon cast. And yeah, let me get on the right screen so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so today's game we have, we're continuing coverage of the Hardened tournament in the Wargame Bootcamp Discord. If you're new to Wargame, especially, if you're watching these videos as a Steel Division 2 player and you never play Wargame, then check out that Bootcamp Discord. The link is in the description. And that's the place to be if you're new to Wargame. Anyway, so we've got the Hardened tournament, and today up on the left-hand side in red, we have Youssef, and he is playing a North Korean deck. And on the right-hand side in red, we have True Orb, who is playing a Russian deck. So let's jump into the decks and have a quick look at what each player is playing. Now, I'm still getting to grips with the unit knowledge. I've said before, it's been quite a number of years since I've played Wargame really in any great capacity, so I'm still picking this up. Big units to look out for the North Koreans. Well, they get some decent units and then they kind of struggle in some areas. This is from my knowledge. Any diehard Wargame fans, correct me down in the comments. It will help me and it will help other players that are new to the game as well. So look out for the T90S in the tank tab. That's kind of the heaviest tank in this division really. Which can, I believe, match up to the Russians pretty well. In fact, I think it's better than the best tank that True Orb has. So Youssef does have that to his advantage. I also think I'm going to struggle to pronounce the infantry names, but the Geok 90, hopefully that's close enough. That infantry is pretty decent infantry, and I believe the Bachong Su is not too bad as regular infantry. I don't think the infantry's too bad for North Korea. The Pongay 2 is a pretty decent anti-air unit in that support tab. The MiG-29's not too bad as a plane, but I think it is outranged by the Russian plane. And then the B-5 bombers, they're kind of the big meme units of the North Koreans. They've got a huge 3,000 kilogram bomb on them. So yeah, they are really the meme North Korean unit to look out for. We'll have to see whether one or two of those come out in this matchup. Just moving over to True Orb's deck. The infantry, the VDV-90 are some great infantry units, so they will match pretty well to the North Koreans. Like I said, the T80UM, that's the main heavy in this deck today, and I believe the North Korean T90 is a little bit better than that T80. But I think the T80UM has anti-tank guided missiles on it as well. I'll check that out in a moment. The BMPT is a pretty cool unit in the vehicle tab, so look out for that. The Su-27PU, that does outrange the North Korean best fighter jet, but True Orb only gets one of those, so if that goes down, he loses a pretty expensive plane there. Right, enough of that. Let's head into the game and let's get things going. So, just a quick recap. On the left-hand side in red today, we have Youssef, who is playing the North Koreans. And on the right-hand side in blue today, bit strange with the Russians being in blue, but they are in blue. And we have True Orb. So, True Orb has started off with a infantry commander in the KA-29TB. Looks like it's going to capture Charlie for that instant extra 2-point capture points. And he also switched into the infantry commanders in Echo as well. So he's going to utilize the extra KA-29TB here. Youssef starting off with some heavy smoke deployment to try and capture Bravo and Golf. I think he's going to try and get into this forest in on the edge of Golf. We'll have to see how that works out for him. Couple of initial skirmishers. Looks like we have an Mi-24D with some Spetsnaz screw trying to cover the southern flank, but we do have some BTR-80As along with some other troops down there and a BTR-40A trying to just protect the flanks and provide optics for any sneaky recon tactics that True Orb might try. But True Orb does get the +2 lead early on, and that is going to help him. It's going to force Youssef to either give up a lot of tickets or buy an early commander. The BTR-90 goes down there to the Yuk Hyundai with the Type 69 RPG, but the KA-29 being replying with its rockets doesn't quite get any of the kills there. Just want to watch this engagement down on the south, see whether the Yuk Hyundai can defeat the Spetsnaz screw. If it does, it might open up a southern flank, although not 100% sure. Here comes the command unit from Youssef. Dinky little, wow. Dinky little command unit to come in there, and it looks like it's going to hotel just to equalise the points there. Good kill from the Factoria. Hopefully that's close enough on the pronunciations. The northern flank is open for any sneaky flanks up there in the north, but for now Youssef has managed to get into Golf, into that little forest on the northern portion of Golf, and that's what he was aiming for at the start, so I think he'll be pretty happy with that. Looks like a lot of True Orb's forces are concentrated into Charlie, so he may well be looking for the push into Bravo. He doesn't really have anything down here in Foxtrot looking to enter Golf, so I think True Orb's play is really to push through Bravo and then swing south later on into the game. Looks like the Spetsnaz screw did destroy the I think it was the Yuk Hyundai that were in there, but the Chongsu have pushed through the compound or the town. BTR and ZSD engaging the VDV, but the VDV do have that RPG-29 Vampire and dispatch one of the units there, backing off from the BTR-50 though. More smoke coming in from the VTTs back in Delta, and we do have an early Pyongyae. Is that Pyongyae? Pongyae? Pongyae 2 onto the battlefield to cover the skies for Youssef. No call-ins yet of aircraft from what I've seen from True Orb, so that's kind of a preemptive air defense move to protect the units here in Golf. And things have slowed down a little. I think both players are kind of trying to consolidate forces right now. We have a little bit more coming from Youssef down south. He did lose those Yuk Hyundai, and he does bring in an MD-5000 recon helicopter, almost like one of the little birds, trying to spot the Spetsnaz screw, I think, or at least provide... No, I think he's going to leave that there just to provide further optics. He's loving this optics. He definitely doesn't want a southern flank down here. He's even got an Mi-25 hanging all the way down south. So definitely doesn't want any southern flank today from True Orb. We now have a BM-27 Urugan firing those rockets forwards, looking to hit the forest. And I think he's going to follow that up with a push from the VDV and the T-80UM starting to move here, along with the, I would assume, the Spetsnaz screw pushing forward as well. The BTR starts engaging the VDV, hopping out the compounds with smoke provided for cover. Yeah, and the bulk of the forces do now start moving forward, so really good strike there with the, is it Urugan? Yeah, Udogan. Just stunning up all of the North Korean infantry, allowing to push forward unopposed. And yeah, really like that move. BMPTs crossing the open ground as well. And the engagements start coming in here with the BMPT firing on the Cheongsu. Does defeat that. Spetsnaz Korean moving forwards. Should be able to defeat the Yukon Day, especially with covering fire from the VDV as well. Looks like this is going to be a successful attack from True Orb and may well be able to pick up Bravo, although has the T-80 gone down there? No, I think he backed it away again. So I think he initially pushed forwards, but has backed that one back away. Mortify coming in now, trying to hit the VDV. But True Orb has been able to pretty much defeat all the units that were there from Youssef defending Bravo. Really nice played attack there from True Orb. Youssef does have the +1 though, capturing Alpha. So for now, Youssef spent those extra points. And he's got another command unit coming in here to capture Golf. So going for the +2 there. It's going to force True Orb into purchasing a command unit for Foxtrot and Bravo, but I think with that attack he's kind of moved into a position where he will be able to defend any kind of commander going into Bravo. Looks like Motor Strelke pushing forwards on foot over the open ground, trying to head into that forest on the northern edge of Gulf. And some resupply trucks coming in with the Urals 4320s. We do have a BRDM now entering the field. Slightly more armoured command unit than the North Koreans have. And where's that heading? That is heading into Bravo after the infantry commanders did capture Foxtrot. And that should equal up the point score, but I think in terms of map position, I would say that True Orb's attack into Bravo definitely gives him the advantage, really. Especially if you can push back into Gulf with those Motor Strelke. But the VTT should help out the Motor Strelke, and the BTR coming in with extra reinforcements should secure this for the North Koreans. So the T-80UM is just being resupplied there along with the BMPTs. True Orb doing well to keep his units alive, back them off when he needs to, and calling in 2 T-72As as well to help out his armoured force. BRDM just entering Bravo there and should equalise the capture points. KA-29 defending against the BTR push there, and the Factoria further back in the town north of Foxtrot does take it out with one of the ATGM missiles. The VTT really just trying to destroy those MTLBVs, but not quite doing the job right now. The 14.5 mil not doing the work. These units do back off now. And out of range of the 14.5 mil. The Cheongsu have been taken down slightly. I'm not sure what necessarily engaged that, but I believe they were on higher men. I think Youssef has spent quite a bit trying to defend these flanks, which points which could have been spent defending Bravo, I think, from the attack. But actually he has made a nice push down into the southern side of Foxtrot here. It's not a fantastic place to defend, you know, to kind of hide a CV, but it is a foothold nonetheless into Foxtrot. Smoke coming down now for what looks to be and an Uragan rocket artillery attack. Fantastically placed into Golf, very much the same kind of style of attack as we saw True Orb carry out into Bravo earlier in the game, and now the BMPTs push forwards, supported by T-72s, the MT-LBVs that survived the earlier machine gun attacks, KA 29 TBs and the BTR, but no real mainline infantry coming down here. I think the MT-LBVs with the motor Strelky perhaps will, you know, swing south down this main road, and that's where the smoke is. I would expect them to do that. Let's see. No, heading straight into Bravo. So it looks like True Orb's just going to use his armoured force, and right now it seems to be doing okay. Here comes the B5 with the 3,000 kilogram bomb. Let's see how this one does. I love that explosion. Doesn't really do the damage though that he needs it to do, and doesn't really stop the advance of True Orb. And look at that weight of fire come from those armoured vehicles. The Superzi do come in here, but I think they were hit by that 3,000 kilogram bomb. A lot of men have gone down there. The T-80UM just using the Invar SAL rockets. Semi-active laser homing. I guess you did still be ATGMs. Looks like the band tanks trying to take out those BMPTs, but missing that that shot there. So that position in Golf that Youssef had, pretty nicely placed units there, has been lost to True Orb. It looks like he is trying to fight back in Bravo, along with a push around the northern side here with the BTR-80. The Superzi should be decent units here for True Orb to hold off in the forest. Mortify coming in as well. But for now, the Bachong-Su and the Yukonde are pushing through. Here's the Superzi getting involved with those flamethrowers. I'm going to try and find out whether I can turn off the camera shake as well. The Superzi are now stunned up, and I think, wow, look at the fire from the BTR-ZD. Man alive. Just pure chaos here. And the smoke going down to protect the BRDM command unit. So it looks like that northern flank has been defeated, and finally, although the Superzi were stunned, the armoured units supporting have managed to defeat Youssef's push back into Bravo. Some more reinforcements, but he's not going to really be able to, you know, keep them. He's not really going to be able to carry out any kind of push like he just did. He used quite a number of forces there. Su-27PU up in the skies. I think that's to protect against any of those... what were they? Was it the B5? I can't quite remember the name. The 3,000 kilogram bomber that the North Koreans have. Because that kind of drop onto an infantry position will be much more powerful than it was earlier onto kind of the armoured units that True Orb has. And you've got to say, looking at the units on the map, True Orb really has, you know, the advantage here now. Although he doesn't really have the lead in terms of the tickets. Youssef has like three points more on the ticket board. Definitely in terms of units on the ground, True Orb has the advantage now. And what's his next play? I guess he could continue pushing forwards, try and take Alpha. Or he could concentrate into Golf. I think he's probably more likely to concentrate into Golf. Then it seems the easier play than overstretching and trying to get into Alpha. Especially because he has the foothold in the forest. He could quite easily equalise the capture point there and then push on. There isn't too much defending Golf, but obviously True Orb doesn't actually know that. Looks like a quad stack of T62Ds coming in here. And I think they're going to be used to support the Yay. Oh God, I'm gonna find it terrible to pronounce that. I'm gonna say the Yukonde. I know that's really wrong though. Another Uragan attack. I really like the way True Orb has used that single BM27. Just an absolute fantastic effect. And really targeting the small pockets of forest that there are on this map. And this time going for the CV snipe. And he does actually get it as well. So I don't think he did spot that CV. I think he completely guessed. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of very likely to be in that position. I think if it was in this tree line, the BMPT might have spotted it. And down in this tree line, possible, but it would have been more likely to be in these buildings here. So good call. True Orb pushing forwards now with the Spursy and the the Spiri and the BMPT. Along with the T72As, spot the Yoyok Day. The Razvedka in the rear providing optics, but the band tanks are still here, and we do have a T90S. We should be able to take on those T72As. There is also a T90S up on the hill, so Youssef does not want to give Golf up without a fight. We actually have a T80 UK tank commander on the field, and it looks like the Su-27M is going to come in and try and get the T90 strike. With those TV guided missiles, but Youssef has him smoked for now. Nice use with the Su-27, providing that fighter cover for the Su-27M. And a possible push once again into Bravo from Youssef. He really does not want to give up on these positions, but the VDV get the nice snipe with that RPG 29 Vampire. They are now out of those RPG missiles. Well, grenades. Rockets. We'll get there. We will get there. Uragan is loading up and aiming once again. Where is the attack going to be? I suspect it depends how this attack goes here into Bravo. The Superior is still in here right now, and the BTR is providing fantastic minigun fire. P62s are a more heavily armoured unit. They can certainly deal with the PTRs, but they're not quite in the right position to do that. T72 does now start engaging. One of the T62s goes down, but they do take out that T72. I think Youssef needs to bring these T72 south to destroy the BTRs that are absolutely decimating his infantry. We also have the Uragan strike. Oh, he's going for a CV. No. Oh, he was going for the T90S that was in that position, but it has now moved further north. From Youssef, so a failed Uragan strike. But here comes the remaining rockets. I think he's just got a single one of those. Yeah, he has got a single one, so he's splitting up the rockets and he's attacking both the T90s. So the infantry in Bravo has been destroyed, but the T-62s have survived for now. It does give True Orb something to think about, because his main battle tank up here, the T-72, has gone down. He did have a T-80 up there, but that's moved further south to cover Gulf. The Su-27M comes in, and does take out one T-62. But there are some Igla equipped infantry in there. None of them get the kill though, firing off what, 8 Igla missiles. And the Su-27 is evac bingo fuel. Here come the reinforcements from True Orb, and those BTR ZDs have been really fantastic at destroying Youssef's infantry. Really been utilised to great effect, but won't do the same damage against the T-62s. Youssef has learned from his earlier failings and brought in those more heavily armoured units. But we do have a KA-29TB in here to provide extra fire from the skies. Won't be able to handle the T-62s. Factoria covering the northern portion of Bravo, just as before. The VDV do come in here, and now 40 men in those VDV squads will be able to handle the North Korean units. And an Su-122 coming in. Here comes the B-5 rocket once again. But the Su-27 does take it down, along with some of the Tor missiles from the Tor. I think it did get that rocket off. May not have got that rocket off. Sorry, the bomb. I'm pretty sure I would have seen it explode by now. So True Orb does have the +1. He has equalised, or he has actually brought in the T-80 UK into Gulf, and is using that aggressively there to take out the North Korean tank. But with that T-80 UK moving, he doesn't gain the capture, so it has to be stationary. T-72M trying to make a charge into the southern portion of Bravo, but is destroyed. True Orb moved back his BRDM unit, but he does pick up the victory. 1,790 kills to what, 800 losses there. True Orb picks up the victory, 23 minutes 31 seconds. Congratulations to him. Commiserations to Youssef. And I think True Orb displayed some fantastic work there with the Urgan rocket artillery, really using it to great effect, along with the smoke to kind of stun up Youssef's units, provide smoke to cover his own units pushing forwards, and yeah, really took back control of positions that he kind of had given up earlier to consolidate his forces. So yeah, really nice display of attacks by True Orb. And if you're looking to improve your game, if you are a newcomer to Wargame, like I said in the introduction, then then yeah, I think that was a great game to watch and learn from, for sure. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave me your comments down below. And yeah, check out a new Wargame cast coming in the future. Thanks very much for watching. I am Angry Bird. I will see you next time.